Hello there, this is Sadie. I hope that you are doing well. I am still somewhat ridden with cold, but it's getting better certainly now. We won with Kestrel last time out for our 7th in a row on this new streak. We are going for Roxy today, which is a perfectly good ship. One of the only ships that starts with a crystal. The only one that isn't a crystal ship. And it has these pretty decent weapons. Okay, we have an immediate store. I could sell the rock plating there for shield upgrades. I'm wondering about taking one more jump first, just in case there's something that we might want there. What would there be that we would want other than shield upgrades by selling the rock plating? I suppose if we got like a double reward or a drop or something, we might be able to make something like even hacking work. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to take one. It might make the jump in like the bottom left of the sector hard to get to, but whatever. Very useful tactic on this ship, although it didn't work there because the heavy laser was a bit too quick, is to try to sucker punch things down with the swarm missile fired at a single point of charge. Had they not had the weapon manning, which auto assault ships, well, auto ships generally, gain the base level of manning for all systems unless the system is damaged. Had they not had that, we would have taken that heavy laser out before it could fire. Oh, okay. Well. Since there's a better store location, we might as well. There's no point going to 2 stores. Those are also, we know they're the only stores in this sector. So let's take at least one more jump. Good, it's a slaver. Let's attack them. If I man shields here, I am safe because they're boarding me, which means since they max at 3 crew this early in the run, they definitely will not have weapon manning. Boarding me with a rock, it looks like. How many crew do you have over there? Yeah, 3 and a med bay. We're not crew killing it, therefore. Ha! Dolphin flip. We'll keep the swarm missile charged up just in case they try to run. But hopefully we can get through this without having to use it. Yeah, these 2 weapons, they fire at 9 seconds and 12 seconds if they're unmanned. So you have 3 seconds to get your shields back up, and you can do that if you have base level shield manning. Obviously, we're not going to accept a human, but we could instead get a high scrap reward right before a store. We are 2 scrap short of being able to afford hacking. Is it worth taking an extra jump and delaying a shield bubble upgrade to do that? I think it is because we've got a double buffered crystal heavy. Like, even if we took a heavy laser shot right to our weapons, we'd still have a weapon still up. And it's a weapon that pierces shield bubbles, so it is quite useful. Yeah. Take this, hopefully we get some scrap here. We will indeed. We also might be able to sucker punch this missile down with our own swarm missile. Well, I think their weapons are manned. Bah. Just lots of dodging going on there. Probably have a hard time keeping this down because they have an NG over there. This ship type always has at least 1 NG. I think it should be 2 mantas and 1 NG over there. Keep the swarm missile charged up just in case of something like that. I do not want to take Artemis missiles to the face. Cool. So let's check out this. Buy quite a lot. Unfortunately, there's not really anything here that we would want and can afford. I didn't need to sell that. That was stupid. There are events that gives blue options for. I just went on autopilot. Oh well. Especially, I know there's no other stores to this sector, so it was particularly silly to sell that. Okay, save. Now you're going that way. You're really going to my friggin' clone bay. That's an annoying spot to vent, but... Get that down, please. Thank you. Lock down. You stay in the place that has no air. No running away. No shooting me with the burst one. So I don't need to maximize jump visibility because I know we've already seen both stores, and the starting civilian sector, unlike other civilian sectors which can be 2 to 3, the starting sector is not a real civilian sector as such. There are certain events that aren't there and the SOAR amounts aren't the same, so it's 1 to 2 in the initial sector. So I don't need to maximize jump visibility, so I just want to maximize the number of jumps that I can take, which it looks like it's 6 or 7. We can definitely do that. We just take the top here. Scrap some of the debris. Since there's no real benefit to try and spot more, we'll just jump at random and hope we get the best stuff. This would be a training fight if not for the mind control and the solar flare. I'm going to shoot weapons here, even though those can't hurt us directly, because they can put my shields down, and we can then get hurt by the solar flare. Yeah, that's level 2 mind control. I shouldn't have run you out of there, that was a mistake. They appear to be having some difficulty with repairs. They might be like mantis over there. Nope, just humans. They must have had a lot of fires. How sad. One more solar flare that we shouldn't have there because of the misplay in piloting. So that misplay actually cost us 2 damage. Go take that over because you're bad at fighting fires. I'm gonna fix the oxygen, but I'll probably jump out before I fix the sensors because sensors are not really that important. I suppose I can go have a go. No. Get out of there. Aid the civilian ship. We don't need 2 shield bubbles here. Hopefully snipe this missile with a swarm missile, but it's not too likely since it's a narrow room. And they have weapon mannings. They have an NG in there. Very clearly. Yeah, that's an NG. Clear and unmistakable sign that an NG is in the enemy's weapons room. Welcome aboard, Coldwell. You can take over my weapons and I'll move the crystal into doors. No, we will use you to train instead. So we can train... We can't really train shields here because of the ion. We could, but it would take forever, even with speed hack. I'm gonna just train everyone on the evasion skills. Just do this so there can't be any shenanigans with oxygen. Oh, with oxygen, with ionization. Sometimes something gets ionized and then the power doesn't get put back in properly. Let's see, if I put somebody in shields, how quickly do they gain shields? Not a good. Screw that up. That's not right. And yeah, we need to dodge the ion and then have this hit in order to get that skill. Takes too long, is too marginal. You go here, you go there. We're in very good position, by the way, having got that Mantis. If we want to buy a teleporter, we're in great shape to do that. Or the crystal and a Mantis. That may end up happening if we don't see any weapons right onto it. Although this ship does better against two shields than a lot of enemies, but then a lot of against two shields enemies than a lot of ships do with just the default weapons. Anyway, training's done. Let's see who you have over there, because there's a vague possibility I could crew kill this ship by shooting oxygen. If we can put a Mantis on that. Could have charged the swarm as well. Oh yes, they do have a Mantis there. It's tricky, because my crystal heavy laser is doing 2 damage a time. And I can't really use the swarm missile for it since it costs ammo and it may not hit that room anyway. Hopefully I can get a breach on this with the crystal heavy laser. That'll drain the air from that room. I'm keeping the swarm missile charged up in case they try to run away. It's a pretty good offer. It's max missiles. I'm gonna take it. We already have enough scrap to buy what we would want in a store, so just getting a bunch of missiles we can use is quite valuable here. How many jumps do we have? Yeah, it's 2. It's close to being 3 before we have to go to the exit, but it isn't. This ship can't hurt us, so obviously we're going to fight it. I mean, we'd fight it even if it could hurt us, but we're not crew killing this. Once again, we will charge the swarm missile up purely for the purpose of firing at them if they choose to run. I suppose actually their weapons aren't relevant, so we'll just shoot at pilot. One more hit to get through the Zoltan shield. The ship doesn't do very well against Zoltan shields. It is a relative weakness of it, because these weapons are kind of slow. I mean, you can fire the swarm missile quickly if you fire it once each time it gets to 1 point of charge. But obviously you don't want to do that, even with as many missiles as we have. I might do it if I'm in a fight against a Zoltan shield ship that's actually dangerous. We were not accepting that surrender offer because it sucks. Have a hard time keeping the piloting down since it's level 2. No, it actually helps us that they got that point of repair right before we hit, because otherwise, if they hadn't got that, we'd have hit them, brought them from level 1 to level, well, from 1 point of damage to 2 points damage. They'd have preserved the repairs they'd already done, so they would just fix it right away. Didn't end up mattering. It's worth noting. If it had triggered them to run away, for example, there'd be a big difference there between them fixing it before the shot hit and after. I'm gonna say no, because while we aren't currently using drones, we obviously want to get hacking sometime soon. Go civilian. Yeah, there's an immediate store. Let's take a jump or two just to have a look around, and also there's a possibility we could buy cloaking there ahead of other systems. I don't normally like doing that when I don't have an offensive upgrade, but you know, and we get the chance to get a map on the first jump of the sector. That's very nice. So we'll be able to find out how many stores there are and where they are. This is a real civilian sector, so it can be 2 or 3. Actually, we could get shield skill here. Nah, screw it. I can't be bothered. But yeah, I can train everyone up on shields against this thing. It will unfortunately only give us a low scrap reward along with the map, but whatever. We'll make more than enough money off knowing where all the fights are to make up for that. Okay, so we have 3 stores, 2 of them are right here. Take this one so that if it's bad, we have the option to go up to this top one. Okay, well, there are weapons here and there's no teleporter, so forget that idea. Let's just buy the chain laser. It's quicker to upgrade onto than the hull 2. We can run, you know, these 3 weapons. It's a bit of a janky system, but it's still usable. We will also go to this store as well anyway, because obviously we have 80 scrap, and we all know what 80 scrap can buy. Or if you don't know what 80 scrap can buy, then you haven't been watching my channel very long. Boo! Are you fucking kidding? Piss off with these dodges. We're gonna take another part of this, unfortunately. I didn't want to fire the swarm missile at 1 point of charge the second time, because it might not even have taken the Artemis off. It might have taken out the heavy laser that didn't matter. On that first volley, it would have been guaranteed had it hit to take out the Artemis, because they preserve the weapon that's nearer to firing. Nice. There is a teleporter here. Having already got the weapon, I don't think it's necessary to do that. Like, the big advantage of teleporter is that, especially with a clone bay, it gives you the ability to defeat any ship in the game. And you can scale up. It gives you infinitely scaling offense. So once you have it, you just, you get a little bit of backup for it in the form of like a bomb or something. Or we have a missile, although not a very good boarding support missile. But you could do that, and then you just have to find the other systems that you want. But it doesn't make you safer immediately in fights, because if an enemy has dangerous weapons and crew, well, boarding them doesn't help you really take those weapons down, because they'll defend them. So you need something else to support you, like hacking or a good missile. And we already have a missile that we could use in those sorts of situations, or just ordinary weapons. And we don't have the system support. So if we buy the teleporter here, it stops us from buying hacking if it turns up at the next shop, and it also delays us upgrading our weapons. So I don't think that it's worth doing. I wonder about the backup battery. That would remove a system from the list, which is good. It makes us more likely to see hacking at this store. It does make us less likely to be able to afford cloaking, if that was there. Like at the current stage, we need 40 more scrap to be able to buy cloaking. We could do that. If we need 75 more, that's a little bit trickier. Let's see, my path before the store. I can get at least 3 of these fights, which on average a fight in Sector 1 and 2 on hard is 15.5 scrap. So we got absolute average to be 46 scrap from, say, these 3. We might also be able to get scrap at, say, one of these. Can I do this? We might be able to do that. I think I'm skipping on the battery. I do want to get some repairs. In fact, by some repairs, I mean all of them. I mean, ideally that shop just has hacking and we don't need to worry about it, but... Buying cloaking here would also have the disadvantage of delaying us upgrading our weapons, but it would still be worth it. Let's try to spread the damage over all our crew a bit. Yeah, we can take a low power battle. Especially if you're gonna do that. Good. Chain laser is being accurate, but the crystal heavy laser is being annoying. I think we can get that down in time. Looks like they actually intentionally chose to depower it, put more power into their engines, which is something that the AI will do when it's trying to run. Yeah, we should get enough from 3 fights to be able to afford cloaking in that store. Yeah, cool. You take over doors then. For the crystal and weapons, because they can lock people out there. Like earlier, I wanted somebody on doors, so... But in this situation. It's also less annoying if the crystal gets mind-controlled than it is if a mantis gets mind-controlled in your weapons. So they're both kind of bad. Okay, this is a good opportunity for a swarm missile sucker punch. It's also a possibility to get a crew kill, because they should only have 2 people over there. It's also a good opportunity to use that lockdown. Who do you have over there? An NG, yeah, we can definitely crew kill this. Be a little annoying holding those weapons down, I guess. Actually, we maybe now can't crew kill this because we need to hit this idiot twice. Well, we need to hit them. We need to hit him 3 times for him to die. Actually, yeah, and his health is now too low to board. Oh well. We'll just blow them up then. But yeah, that should have been a crew kill. It's kind of awkward because we would need to let the NG fully repair the weapons before the priority would change to board. The NG's now dead. And I suppose if we get 2 rock resists in a row, we can do this. Actually, we only need 1. And we got it. Cool. So the way we'll get the crew kill is power the chain laser up. And that hits him once, and it can't do 2 hull damage, but it can do 15 health to him. Unless he dodges a bunch. That would be annoying. They resisted that too. Okay, 1 moment. Okay. We should be able to go 1, 2, 3, store, and then I think both of these are out. Gonna be an annoying time keeping this ship from fleeing, given that they have a system repair drone, but we do really need to be able to do this because amongst other things that would, if they did escape, that would fuck our route up. Let's shoot their shields to draw people in there, even though it doesn't really do very much for these weapons specifically. Ah, good, we stunned them. I'll spend another missile once it's at level 3. I wanted it at level 3 in case they didn't dodge that shot, we could then aim the missile there. Here's another possibility for a swarm missile sucker punch. As with previous ones, it'll probably miss. Oh no, it did. Actually do it. Cool. Let's get rid of these shields. Or not. And asteroids can rain down on them. Now they can't, but the crystal heavy laser will kill them anyway. They can't dodge since their engines are smashed. I'm sure we have plenty of missiles. What do you got here? No systems. Damn, if we got the teleporter, we can buy the Hermes here. I could buy that as a backup thing, so that if I do see a teleporter next sector, I could grab it. Nah. it delays me. Getting my weapons up to 5 is fairly expensive. Do I actually have 2 jumps here? I don't think I do. Oh, it's very tight. No, I think I do. Cool. Intervene to defend the outpost. We'll try to snipe that missile with the swarm missile, but given that this is a narrow room, weapons room, I probably won't do it. I did, but they, once again, because of the weapons manning, managed to get it off in time. But who cares? We dodged. See you in a bit. Double reward. I want to save my scrap before we go into Sector 3, because there could be an immediate storm with hacking. We're almost to the point where we could buy hacking and cloaking, and we might even get there, depending on, like, if we get a drop or something. Ha! Take that, flak. What crew do you have over there? There's an NG. And we have to keep these weapons down, so... Nope. It's not a bad offer with 7 missiles in it, but I'll roll the dice on getting a double reward. Sometimes on this, you don't get a double reward, and the first part of the reward you get is just flat out worse. We get 9 scrap from this and no double reward. But instead we got 22 scrap and no double reward, so, you know, the first bit of the reward is random. Explore the asteroid field and take a bunch of damage for no reason. Cool. There's more stores in Zoltan, but that's definitely more dangerous. We don't deal well with Zoltan shield chips. Even when we upgrade our weapons are all quite slow. We'll go Mantis. Now I really wish I'd got that teleporter. We could get Kazakh. Oh well. We don't see an immediate store. Let's upgrade this. Get 3 power bars. Not the best weapon setup I've ever had, but it'll do for now. Yes, we can give up 2 fuel, get some scrap, go here to see the most. 1 more scrap reward and we're back to being able to afford hacking. Chuck 1 swarm missile into weapons to try to knock this thing offline. Shouldn't have any more danger in this fight. That would admittedly take me above hacking buffer, but so does this. I want to go here just to see if this beacon is a shop. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Would I go there? I suppose I can afford hacking, so I would. Okay, this is the Mantis ship collectors. If we let them run, we can chase them down and get a weapon, which I think is worth it here. The rest of the sector is laid out pretty reasonably. And the weapons are not dangerous, especially. Depends on what this bomb is. That could just be a stun bomb. Indeed it is. So these weapons are not dangerous at all. Enters venue. They can hurt us if they stun bomb our shields and then line it up with other stuff, but I want to charge my map up just in charge my FTL up just to look at the map, because, for example, if that jump in the corner is a store, we might want to blow them up for immediate scrap gain. And I want to double check that there's not any awkward spots in the quest. Okay. I mean, that would be kind of bad, but we could get there in time. Yeah, we're gonna let them run. We fortunately are not at risk of setting fire. Sometimes because if we just used a chain laser to pop shield, because sometimes with this event, if you end up setting fires in a bad place, the Mantis just perpetually try to put the fire out, fail miserably because they're Mantis. I'm going to actually shoot this empty room so that they're triggered to run without wanting to go repair it. After them. Yeah, that's a quite good spot. It means we don't see this beacon, which is a little annoying, but like whatever, this jump gives us a weapon. As long as we can win the fight, which we can. One thing about the second part of the Ship Collector's quest, it can spawn Mantis Bombers before they could normally show up. In fact, it is likely to be a Mantis Bomber. It's always one of the bigger classes of Mantis ship, and I think it might always be Mantis Bomber. And those can have, like, if you fight it in Sector 2, they can have the second shield bubble and more than level 3 weapons. They'll also always board you with... They have enough crew that they'll board you with 2 Mantis, even if you're in a sector before that would normally happen. Like, we're in Sector 3, you wouldn't normally see ships with 4 crew, which is what they need to board you with 2 at the start of the fight, but we will here. Fortunately, their weapons are not that bad. Can I get you here in time? No. That's a shame. Get you out. Get you back in here. I should run you in here. Ah, you were banning the doors, so it didn't work. Whatever. It would have been nice to be able to deal with these guys more via venting, but I kind of screwed that up. Now, this ship will run away as well. It doesn't flee immediately, the way the first ship does. It doesn't charge its FTL immediately, that is. But it still does charge its FTL faster than most ships, so you need to be aware of that. I'm going to chuck 3 swarm missiles into the pilot. One great thing about this event is that when they surrender, they'll hit a point where they'll surrender, which is probably maybe 1 more damage. They'll offer a weapon, and if you don't like the weapon they offer, you can reject it and blow them up, and you'll get a different one. But I'm quite happy with the free halberd beam, so... Admittedly, this isn't a great weapon to use right now, because we don't have any support for it, but hopefully we can acquire hacking or cloaking soon, and then we could run chain halberd. That's very strong. The halberd beam probably has the highest DPS of any weapon in the game, but using it... Oh, cool, we have 2 stores. But using it without a system that you can use to buy time is dangerous. But, you know, we have hacking here. I don't think long-range scanners are bait here, because it will slightly delay us getting hacking too, I suppose, but that's not a big deal. And yeah, we're not in any position. The thing we want now is just cloaking and upgrades. And we're not in any position to be able to afford cloaking anytime soon, regardless of whether we buy the scanners or not. So, buy them. We'll go 1, 2, out. And we'll gamble on that getting me enough scrap by the time I next see a store for it to pay itself off and make it more likely to get cloaking rather than less. If we hack weapons here, we're very safe, because we can let them fire the laser and then engage the hack, and even if both shots hit, our shields will be recharged again. And we'll do chain halberd because this layout is very, very vulnerable to halberd beam. Beams generally, but especially the halberd beam. Don't need 2 shields right now. Nope, not accepting your surrender. I want to get hacking too before I start saving for him, probably a bit of power as well, just to be a security thing with this halberd beam. What's your specialty? Whatever. I'm not going Zoltan 4. Pirate 4 is not particularly safe either, but Zoltan 4 is extremely dangerous. Take these and then probably go into the nebula. We're not in too fantastic a position yet, because we can still have a Sector 4 death ship that has like 3 shield bubbles and a bunch of weapons like this. I think in this situation, because they've got 3 shield bubbles, we're better using these weapons. And then we don't need 100% of our shots to hit to be able to deal damage. We need 100% of our chain laser shots to hit for a crystal heavy laser to do anything, but we have the swarm missile to fall back on. We're also going to spin this up a bit since we have time. In fact, let's chuck them into shields, because if one of them hits, we no longer need 100% of our chain laser shots to hit to still be able to deal damage. It looks like we'll be able to get our crystal heavy off again before this fires. Yep. And we have this. Let's just do that. We have lots of missiles. Yeah, against 2 shield bubbles, this is better, but... I mean, this is a fight, but it's also buying power. I might even get level 3 engines for fleeing purposes before saving for cloaking. That being the case, we'll take this fight. It doesn't see any extra jumps, and I suppose it could be quite dangerous, because asteroid field fights, yeah, can be nasty. But the asteroid field actually helps our halberd beam out here as well, as long as we time things properly. Didn't quite line up there for a 2 damage shot, but still, if it weren't for the asteroid field, our halberd beam would have done nothing at all there. Good. 2 damage on weapons. Kind of interesting surrender offer, but no. Take this distress, then we're going to go down and into the nebula. This is a little low, but I'm still going to do it. Yeah. That store location sucks. It might be the only store in the sector, but we have 20 scrap. We're not going to. Let's get this, and now we can start saving for cloaking. We can risk this. We have a clone bay. Cool. More engines. Now we definitely should get a teleporter. We're not seeing anything at these, but they're still worth checking. You can get get pirate fights sometimes in unmarked nebula beacons. Just run in there and punch them. Never did get weapon training, did I? So I suppose my weapons are a little slower than they could be. This ship can be tricky to get weapon training on because you have weapons that can pierce shields. It makes it hard to find fights where you can just fire them safely. I probably have had one or two that I wasn't paying attention and missed. Hey, cool. Even more crew. I honestly wanted scrap there. No, that's the opposite way around that I want to trade right now. This sector has been pretty bad. 3 shield fight, so let's... You can use the halberd beam and hack shields, but the problem with that is they get their first volley off, and if that first volley ends up hitting your hack or your weapons, you're not really going to be able to do much with the halberd beam anyway. Yeah, let's chuck 3 swarm missiles into their weapons. Good. If that weren't a rock, this would probably be a crew kill here. We might still be able to get a crew kill out of it, actually, because we can do this. Level 3 oxygen relay. If that weren't a rock, they'd have both left the room there when it got to 4 fires in that room, but unfortunately the rock will not abandon the room if that happens. Still, we have a good chance to be able to suffocate them here. Especially since the fires will keep spreading back into that room. The Mantis is going to survive, but whatever. The Mantis isn't relevant anyway. The fires are helping to drain the oxygen from that room, which will start killing the rock. And yet there's no way that he's going to be able to break down the doors and fix the oxygen. I suppose I should be getting weapon training here, actually. I was just mentioning how I haven't been able to get any so far. Okay, he's gonna sit there in the med bay. Okay, well, we're weapon training then. Because that's only a level 1 med bay, his health will never change, so he'll just stay in that room forever. And our weapons can't hurt them. We can train literally everyone on weapons. We could train literally everyone on evade here as well, actually. I'm not going to bother doing that. I might actually only train a couple of people with weapons. Well, yeah, I'll train one of the NG and then they can take over that spot. Because I still have an NG to go repair things. And having an NG right in the weapons room in case it takes damage is also quite useful. The crystal can take over doors in that In terms of killing this, we have to knock the... I think our best bet is going to be chain laser halberd beam, because we need to knock this med bay off. But if we used a crystal laser, it does 2 damage to their hull, we might blow them up. They might fix it in time, and then we will blow them up on the subsequent hitting of that system. But if we use the halberd beam, that won't happen, because it'll only do 1 damage. We know that's enough to take the med bay out. I think he will fix it once. Do a little bit of damage to him, but yeah, he's got 100 hit points. But he doesn't have enough to fix it twice. Check out this corner. We can't go to a store if there is one down there, but whatever. Probably 1, 2, 3. We're a little wary of running out of fuel. No, we're not paying your toll. I could maybe avoid using a hacking drone by seeing whether or not that hit or not, but I'm concerned that if I do that, then I can't get the drone over in time if it does hit. Can't you just go and punch him? He might be able to crew kill us. So we just do this. That's fine, 1 point of damage on weapons is enough to make us secure here. The console's not in the spot I expected it to be there. Don't let you leave. Use the weapons that are targeted, I think. Although actually no, we want to hit this clone bay and weapons at the same time. We need the halberd for that. So never mind. You two go stand in one room, specifically the piloting room. So I don't know what level that is, so let's do 2 damage to it. Can I get this halberd beam off in time to kill you? Deliberately let them get a shield bubble up, so I do less damage with the beam, still kill you. We should be okay now. Especially since they might get rock resists. We also got fuel there. We're not diving here, are we? God's sake, I think we might be. I miscalculated. Yeah, that's a dive. I want to keep my engines, my packing rather, for this to have a boost too. Yeah, that is a silly risk that I took. we have level 2 hacking, we should be fine. We could even upgrade to level 3 if we really wanted to. Also, we have a missile, which is good against dive ships, because they always have big weapons. Oh cool, we got 6 fuel. It's only a pulsar fight we're missing anyway. Are we diving at the exit as well? I think we might be doing that too. I should have measured more carefully. And we dodged both of them. Awesome. They might get another missile off here, actually. Yeah, just too slow. But yeah, I think we're diving at the exit, which also sucks. I thought I had just a little bit more space than I did. I don't really care if you're in there because I'm engaging my hack to make sure that that doesn't matter. Just move in, stop you breaking the system. Really? You dickhead. They didn't hit anything important. Yeah. So we take a silly double dive that we did not intend to take, but we already did the first bit of it and only took 1 damage for it. One moment. Okay, let's do this dive. We're also getting rather low on drones. We just need a store to remedy that. Let them shoot this, then engage that. Yeah, go on in there. The reason missile weapons are so useful in a dive is because, you know, you're typically in a dive fighting a ship that has higher shields than you would expect. So it can be difficult to damage them with conventional weapons, but obviously the missile just ignores the shield completely. Go civilian. We're in a nebula. And we have an immediate store, which we are going to go to. See if they just have the win the game button. I mean, we could go to a jump or two to try to make scrap before the store. It would be very stupid if we died during that process, of course. Africa, doing it anyway. I'd like to be able to buy cloaking and some actual drone parts there. Also, this ship isn't damaging me. Can I get away with not using a drone here? I think so. We might take a bit of damage from this, but that's fine. The hover beam is double damage buffered here. Worth taking a point of damage to preserve a drone. Well, we found another store, but unfortunately the location sucks. I'm going there anyway because I can backtrack here, and it's just a matter of, finding cloaking. We found it. Hooray. At this point I'm wondering about selling the swarm missile just to get me some more scrap for buying. We can get Cloak 2 immediately for security. We have another store to go to where we can buy consumables, and we know we have one fight before it, so I'm going to actually not do that. So I suppose I could sell it to buy this laser charger. That's a better. Yeah, that also delays the cloak upgrade, but whatever. We might also be able to get another fight before this store. Cool, it's a slaver fight. It's a slaver fight that has basically no chance of hurting us. You can't fully cloak hack cycle this, I think, with only level 2 hack and level 1 cloaking, but you can do it for a very, very, very long time. And we have a halberd beam. Now we're in some danger here because they might run away. I'm gonna change my weapon so I might actually be able to get a volley off before those are charged. It's worth considering because they might have dodged all our shots and escaped there, but since we wouldn't have got any scrap for taking that offer anyway, and we have so many crew, I was willing to take the risk. Oh, cool. Something we can sell for consumables. And by consumables, I mean mind control. Okay. The fuck? I might go here and up and down and... You okay, sweetie? Sorry, the dog was making strange noises. Seems to be alright though. Well, this will give us a map. They have 3 shield bubbles, let's use this. We should be fine. The weapons are not terribly dangerous. But since we're in the vicinity now of becoming basically invulnerable, I'm just going to use my consumables liberally. For fuck's sake. Fuck your dodges. Okay. Now they can't dodge. Give me my low scrap reward. I suppose I could have let him break that for combat XP, but I think actually is that my Mantis who has max combat anyway? No, it's the other one. Cool. So... Okay, we can take this upper path and get a bunch of fights. Although actually, 1, 2, 3, 4... No, actually we get more fights by going here, here, and along. Except, do we get here in time? I think so. Unless we have like a fleet pursuit doubling or something, but... I mean, our alternative is to go here, here, there, along. We get more jumps doing that, so I'm going to do it anyway. They both are guaranteed 4 fight routes, but this one has more chance of finding ones like this. This is really fucking annoying. We have to hack shields here, because otherwise we can't get through reliably because of that DD2. I messed up the depower. Why did I not do that earlier? I was worried about those 2 weapons lining up, so... Fortunately, we will be able to stop them running, so the halberd beam will damage so many different systems. But unfortunately, we're only taking damage from this. Oh, no. We managed to dodge it. By power. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many jumps do we have to the exit? Not 6. So let's skip this jump, because we're just trading. If we do that, we're just trading this jump for whatever is at the exit. No, we want hacking. I guess I should have swapped weapons though. We could maybe try to crew kill this, but this particular fight, it's often not worth doing that. Because they give a random scrap reward if you blow them up and a medium scrap reward if you crew kill. I'm willing to gamble for a high roll. I definitely would like to upgrade my weapons sometime soon, because they're kind of plodding. Unfortunately, we did not get a high roll there. But before I do anything else, I want plugging too. And we will be able to do that after this fight. I want the halberd beam here because it can damage 2 systems. This is a very dangerous setup. I'll go like this in case we miss a shot. I'm also wondering about hacking drones or weapons here. I think because their weapons are quite fast, I'm still going to hack those. So I would normally just let these 2 fire, but of course with these in addition to their other stuff, I'm going to not do that. Good. We can take damage here, but it's not likely. Now we're extremely unlikely to take damage. I'm glad those dodges came after we blew the weapons up rather than before. I'm firing the charge laser before the chain laser because the chain laser can set fires, although in this particular fight that doesn't matter. But it's a good habit to be in. I suppose we could set a fire and have it damage the ship. It's exceedingly rare to do that to an auto ship, but I have done it before. Double reward. Actually, do I need the power? Did I just undo the whole thing? Yeah, go like this. Also, actually, should I get this for 100% cloak evade? I just want to get hacking 3 soon. Yeah, no, I definitely want to weapon up against really struggling against anything with particularly large numbers of shields. Pulsar is always a bit sketchy. It kind of helps us here with the Halberd Beam, as long as our weapons don't get hit. They didn't. Thank you, Pulsar. Not a set of words that I say very often. Sometimes you have to give credits. I knew our Halberd Beam was going to kill there, so to avoid the bomb west, bomb somewhere like engine instead of fire or something that might actually do us some damage. We're going to hang around here until our cloak comes off cooldown. Or at least until it's close to being off cooldown. Yeah, like I won't wait now, let's jump out. And yeah, it's a very good thing that we did, because this ship is awkward. Probably should have switched weapons here, but it's fine. We can fire the Halberd Beam without breaking our cloak, switch to these. As soon as our cloak ends, we fire the charge laser once, and then send the hack over to their weapons. The missile is the only thing dangerous about this ship. So let's get rid of it. We can probably crew kill this. They're going to stupidly keep their ions running. Rather than weapons that can actually do damage to. Go and punch each other. It's everyone's new favorite game. Don't you feel better for releasing some of that pent-up aggression? Ugh, that wasn't a very good outcome. Whatever. Let's do this now. This is kind of an awkward setup, but if we're against a 3-shield enemy, we can intentionally fire the Crystal Heavy first to pop a shield bubble. Yeah, we've no longer have any need for the large missile stockpile that we built up when we still had the Swarm missile. Explore the asteroid field. So yeah, we get a fight here, which we would have not got if we tried taking that extra jump earlier. You two are annoying. We're going to mind control you. Now here it's a little bit difficult to use the Crystal Heavy for shield popping, but we'll try. That lets us get a tick of damage on them at least. They regrettably dodged both of my chain laser shots. Use the whole cloak. Other stuff coming off cooldown is useful. No, 19 scrap is not enough. Not great, and we are going into red sectors for the rest of the round. Any surrender offers that have drones we'll have to seriously consider taking. I want to get to this jump quickly. I'll go here, here, and there. Because one of those is a nebula jump, I can still get to any beacon. This also allows me to see if that jump to the north of where we are now is a storm. You could use these weapons pretty well, actually, as a player. Doesn't really pair well with their cloaking. If you had hacking for weapon hacks, it would be quite strong. But yeah, their own cloak sort of works against it here, especially since I can then close them. We don't need to use the whole cloak here because our hacking is already off cooldown. And it's a good thing too, because we can't fucking hit these assholes. Hooray, we finally get some damage through. I'd very much like to swap this Crystal Heavy out for something that is better at popping shield bubbles. It's what we got at the moment. Well, by the time we come out of cloak, we'll have 2 shield bubbles. Maybe not. I had not realized they were down to 2 shield bubbles there, but whatever. Yeah, I'm looking for whether that might be a storm. Are we better off then going here, here, and then down into the nebula? I think we are. Let's get 100% cloak made. I think we're going to try to do this without hacking, because we're quite low on drones now, and this burst 3 can be cloaked. We'll have to reconsider if they dodge our first volley. But they do only have 2 shield bubbles, so I don't need to do too much to... Yeah. 1 point of damage, enough to bring it down. So they prioritize protecting the weapon that was nearer to being ready to fire. Even though that weapon firing does absolutely nothing to me whatsoever. I suppose it gives me shield skill. That's not really a thing they should be prioritizing. Cool, we got a drone part. And we'll go here. I hope my store isn't up in that top corner, but we can make it work if it is. Hooray! Give us free stuff. Let's do this now so I can use my charge laser. Now we have 4 shots to pop shields. I'd really like a flak 2 in this setup. That would be quite useful. What's not useful is them running away. If we hack shields here, we can actually guarantee them not getting away, because they have a maximum level 2 piloting, and our halberd beam can do 2 points of damage. So it's actually better to hack that than to hack weapons or even evade here, as long as I engage it at the right time, which I almost didn't do. So yeah, that'll take this out and fire that weapon with the other one. We can see this beacon by going here, but we can see two beacons by going here, so let's do that first. Should I shield hack this one as well? Yes. We're not guaranteed the way we were against the last ship, but we can damage these 4 systems. They have 4 crew that'll pull to the pilot. I'm going to cloak this because I'm pretty confident I can take that offline. No fixing your weapons. I don't want to take damage. The battery, by all the others. I like the ion bomb, but it's probably not good enough to swap from here. Nah. Also, if I don't buy it, I can do this right now. Fuck you and your double missile setup. Those are double Lido missiles, because that's a 3 power weapon, they have 6 weapon power, so they're guaranteed 1 weapon. And the enemy's Lido missile, the enemy's Artemis missile rather, is a level 2 power weapon, even though the one you can get is a 1 power weapon. One of numerous ways in which FTL in fact cheats to favor the player, even though it definitely doesn't feel like that when you play it. There are in fact many such things in the game. I should have engaged my hack there. I could have taken a couple points of damage. Nice. That sells for big scrap. Jumping away normally gets your hacking off cooldown. I don't believe it does that if you're jumping away from a hazard. Let's find out. I'll jump with like a tiny tick left on it. Oh no, it still does. Okay. Other systems, like if your cloaking is on cooldown and you jump away from a hazard, it doesn't come back, whereas if you jump away from a normal beacon, it would. We'll just engage the hack after they fire this. Halberd beam battle. My halberd beam is supported and yours is not. Always support your halberd beam. You might be able to curtail this. I'll let him finish fixing that, because otherwise he'll just ignore the person being mind controlled in here. We're not in any danger right now anyway. I need this human to hit the rock quite a bit, so I need multiple mind control cycles. Otherwise, the rock will still have too many hit points. We need the rock below 60 for this to work. Which he might not be able to do even with multiple mind control cycles. if that happens, we'll need to hit oxygen and hope we can get it that way. Come on, Steven, I believe in you. Yeah, go, Steven, go. Thank you, Steven. When we're using our weapons properly, do we have enough power? No, let's get some more. There we go. We could have made the other setup work, but I like to have it like this. Yes, we will gladly do that trade. We can do this one without hacking. In reality, I probably have 4 or 5 power more than I strictly need. But I like to, when I'm in a position where the game is just going to be won anyway, to be able to switch my brain off. And to do that, I just have enough power that I can power everything except the backup battery, which I pour into engines to guarantee 100% locomotion. That just makes everything much, much easier for me. While it's good to optimize for win rate, there's almost nothing I could do here that would affect win rate other than actively trying to throw. So at this point I optimize for what I actually makes the game more fun. What makes the game less fun is ships like this that are extremely obnoxious. They have effectively 5 shield levels. Need to fire these lasers at the same moment so the defense 2 drone doesn't shoot them both down. Mind control. They're fleeing, but we've damaged so many systems that shouldn't be an issue. Managed to face tank one of the shots, but it was not enough. We know there's nothing at this beacon, so I'm going to ignore it and just take these and then dive. Normally here I would actually jump to the beacon. I suppose actually for score purposes it's better to go here and I get points for exploring the beacon. But like, I know there's nothing there. And it does waste fuel doing it, but we have 20 plus and are not far off some trade. I needed to fire them all together there. The DD2 actually fired down multiple of my lasers. I could bring my Crystal Heavy online. I'll save it in case there's an early store next sector. Send the shield guy. maybe crew kill us. We might kill you. But I will do that when I am back from breakfast. See you in a moment. Don't know why I'm saying see you in a moment, as if you're actually aware of how much time there is between now and when I come back. Whatever. Okay, I am back. I've done a dumb thing while I was away, but it should be fine. Don't take your antidepressant dose when you're distracted and end up accidentally taking a double dose. Anyhow, we were trying to get a crew kill here, weren't we? And we should be able to do it. This bomb is dangerous, so we'll call it. The medbay makes it a little awkward, but we should be alright. Although you're not fighting in the room that's locked, which is worth noting. Might shoot this now. Yeah. Okay, good. Damn it. Oh, yes, good. No, you are running in there. Good, good. Punch each other. Gotcha. Oh yeah, that was a double reward as well. Cool. We're diving shortly, if I recall correctly, in a nebula. Yes. And by shortly, I mean now. Before we do that, let's get level 3 cloaking. We should be able to blow this ship up for fuel and bragging rights. Pirate or Rebel? We have long-range scanners. These are both actually potentially quite high scrap sectors. Pirate sectors can have slavers. Rebel is higher on average. You can definitely low roll these because you could either have really badly placed stores, as we do. You can also get bad situations in Rebel sectors where you just fight loads of forward scouts and make low scrap rewards constantly, but whatever. What do you have here? I'm going to replace the Crystal Heavy with an ordinary heavy laser because it's faster or better for shield popping, and it can't be shot down in Phase 2 of the boss. There's also an upgrade onto using that right away. I wish they'd had more drones to buy, but whatever. We bought what they had. After this fight, we should have enough to get our shields up. Kind of depends. We might not. We'll at least be able to buff. This late in the run, in a Rebel sector, I probably should have the third shield bubble, since double or even triple offensive drones and ships aren't quite possible at this stage. Didn't time that quite right. There may be no more stores in this sector, and I might not go to one even if there was. Speaking of not going, we're not going to that asteroid fight, but doesn't lead anywhere. Storage cache. So we found one of the aforementioned double drone fights, but unfortunately they don't have a combat drone. What would be very dangerous would be if instead of beam and fire drone, this was a combat 1 and a combat 2 drone. Those fights are not fun. Here, however, we are completely safe. Oops. Need the halberd here. Let's go forward. Do that. We'll have to backtrack if we want to take these 2 fights, but I think it's worth it. I mean, we could go there, but we know this isn't going to be anything that gives us scrap. I suppose we could do it just to farm score, as it'll be a beacon explored, but it's guaranteed to be borders with no scrap at a... Oops, that's not where the weapons room is on this ship. Even though these guys are running away, I want to hack weapons here. They have double burst 2s, offensive drones. That is no joke. Yeah, we might have difficulty stopping these assholes from running away. I'm going to this time deliberately target these 5 rooms over here. Yeah, I think they're going to escape. We get one more try. Okay, maybe we've got this. Yes, we do. Cool. Let them fire these 2 lasers and then engage the hack. Not going to try to crew kill this. Don't see particularly much value in doing so. At this point in a run, a crew kill might not even be better, because suppose you get the 1 in 9 reward where you get a low fuel, a low scrap amount and a weapon. You don't really need a weapon probably at this stage of the run, although it could be a good one, but you might also, if you get a weapon that you would otherwise just sell, well, we're not guaranteed to find another store. Let's get some upgrades in buffers. Fuck it, let's just take this, but it's going to be borders and no scrap. We have mind control on a lot of crew, though, and it's only 2 of them anyway. And since there's no ship to fight, we will charge the FTL very fast. Hooray! 10 points for exploring another beacon. We'll come back to this. We are fortunate in that both of the double drone ships we've fought so far have been double beam drones. Although with enough ions, double beam drone can be quite nasty, but the AI doesn't really know how to use such ships properly. I've done it before and it's really fun, but... Or at least I find ions and drones type of setups very fun. I think I have enough room to go here, here, and there, but even if I don't, I can get these jumps over here and it's fine. Yeah, now this, on the other hand, is an insanely dangerous ship, and I am definitely hacking weapons even though they're fleeing. Now this ship does not max at only level 2 piloting, it can have level 3, but thankfully it didn't, so my Hopper beam has taken out their ability to flee. I can kill them without the Hopper beam here, because they can't dodge. It's another one of these assholes. This ship does max out at level 2 piloting. So if I get through all the shields, the Hopper beam is guaranteed to prevent them fleeing. Or they could dodge every single one of my shots, that's also a thing that can happen. The Hopper beam doesn't do anything if they do that, I regret to announce. Congratulations on your 90% evade. I have to shoot now even though it breaks my cloak hack cycle because... Fine. Don't give me my low scrap reward. See if I care. We could do this because of our upgraded piloting, but this is actually better if you have a clone bay, because the worst case scenario always involves still getting scrap, just you can lose crew, except they come back in the clone bay. This, if I click it, the worst case scenario is nothing happens. I think that would have been the result either way, but... Well, we at least got our beam to do something there. Yeah, it is one downside of the cloak hack cycle is the enemies are slightly more likely to run away from you because you can't prevent shenanigans like we had in the last fight. But it is by far the safest way to play. So you just need to... If you start doing it, you can often... It can feel very, very frustrating, and the important thing is to just ignore how it feels and just think about objectively, well, you know, that last fight, it sucked, but the worst thing that happened is we didn't get any scrap. The worst thing that could have happened if we had done, like, an evade hack is we could have taken a bunch of damage, and that's significantly worse than not getting a low scrap reward. Here I feel like it is worth giving up the exit beacon, because we're giving up a possible fight for a guaranteed fight. That's worth it. If this were a blank beacon, it would be not worth it. Although we wouldn't have any choice if it were, since we'd be diving either way. Can't get the shields down fully, since we hit a drone in the face. Look at that. The bomb landing on Hack or Cloak could have been annoying there and prevented the Cloak Hack cycle, but it was more important to Cloak Hack cycle the missile, which can just do that anyway, but also directly deal us hull damage. And next sector we'll get buffer upgrades and be fine. We'd like to find a repair station just for drum parts. That's absolutely urgent. Open that. Look. Maybe kill this ship. Fire a volley here without the Hulber beam. Yay! Well, we're definitely going to a repair station. Damage buffer that. Take a fight. We have 46 fuel for some reason. Admittedly, we just got 10 while entering the sector, but that suggests we were already in the 30s. I wasn't really paying too close attention to that. We're not going to try to crew kill this ship given the missile. That was unfortunately one of those kind of fights. It's fine. All we really would like at this point, upgrade the backup battery and maybe engine ones in case of a evade hack. One of these assholes. But if we cloak hack cycle this burst 3, we're completely fine. I'm not going to try a crew kill even though I can cloak hack cycle this safely, because if they start trying to run, we're very limited in our ability to stop them. As it is, like, this is going to let them potentially build up charges of that. Except actually our hack is off cooldown, so we can go immediately. Cool. That. And hopefully we can do this, this, and base, and maybe take some stuff after phase 1. Should be reasonably secure here. You occasionally get ships where doing the cloak hack cycle is worse than just hacking, piloting, and guaranteeing a certain amount of damage on weapons. I have a feeling like this might be one of them, but I'm being lazy and not actually bothering to calculate it. Because even if it is, if I cloak hack cycle it, I will be fine. I've kind of messed up doing that. Because I cloak the burst too for some reason. Whatever. We don't even need to wait here because their piloting is taken out. We're gonna blow them up. And yeah, let's just damage buffer that, I guess. And before we do the flagship, I'm just gonna pop out for a moment. Okay, we're back. Did I? Yes. I thought I might have missed one of the buttons that I used to turn the sound back on, but I have ones for the mic and for game audio and other audio. Let's go to the base. It's a little annoying, but not too bad. It won't affect us cloaking the first missile surge, and they should only get one missile surge. Don't need to do more than level 1 anyway. One thing you can do here, if you start with the halber beam and you start it in piloting, you could mind control the pilot and that will remove all their evade, but I still want to be able to mind control the person in missiles, so I'm not going to do that. Let's just do this so I guarantee taking the missiles offline, and then I'll shoot the charge laser and shields. Let's mind control you, you'll run in there and die. They have to fight this fire, and by the time they're able to put that out, I will mind control them. Two more. What I'm hoping to do now is to mind control them until they and let them punch each other long enough that they leave the room, and then I will get 2 sidewalk bug kills. I want to wait until this guy's actually in there. That's close enough. Get the one side room kill because of course this system isn't completely broken. I was hoping I might be able to fire the charge laser once, but I messed that up and I didn't want to risk it with the chain laser. Still, we got 4 or 5 kills that phase. I am quite happy with that. Take a fight. Nasty. Let's see, is there another fight up in the corner here? No, there is a store. I could go there and sell long-range scanners. I could alternately just take a fight here. I'll need to dive if I do that. Whatever. I'm fine with taking one dive. Download the data stores, and well, we get a map right at the end of the sector. That wasn't really worth it then. Whatever. Spend a hacking drone to get away from the dive, that's completely fine. Poke level 1 here, is that it is nearer to being off cooldown. I knew I was going to be able to avoid that anyways. How are we going to dodge this? No. So let's jump out now. That should be ready before it becomes relevant. We do unfortunately still have these borders on our ship, but they should die fairly quickly next phase actually. Then open the internal doors to deal with the boarding drone. Ah, I depowered that at the wrong time. You get out of there, you go punch. Do this actually, so I can try to maybe get a fire going in shields. I didn't, but it was worth trying. Oops, I did that wrong, but thankfully it didn't matter. Got to cloak. Okay, let's shoot all of these. Ah, well, we killed all of them, so it doesn't matter. They can be an honor ship, I don't care. Guess just do that. So, going into this phase, we can't use hacking until the zone shield goes down. Might as well actually check here. There might be a fight. There isn't, but there's some scrap. Cool. This is the only thing we can get, so... Swag sensors. They literally don't do anything in Phase 3. Against other ships, you can use them to see what the you can see what their power layout and such is, but you can't use that against any of the flagship phases because the flagship is kind of cheating, so they prevent you from doing that. I think we'll take one missile surge here. Yeah. One damage only, that's fine. Look at that. And we win. Quite a smooth one. And quite high scoring as well, which is the early long-range scanners. I didn't think we were going to be scoring quite that high. I suppose we had 2 rebel sectors that we went to late. That was sector 6 and 7 were both rebel sectors, which can lead to high score, but not necessarily as huge scrap as possible because of the many low scrap reward fights you could potentially run into. Cool. Well, that's easily the highest scoring run on this streak so far. We are at 8 now. 3, 2, 1, go. We have not done Fed A on this streak, I believe, yet. Because I don't think we've done any of the Fed ships yet. No, we haven't. Cool. So we'll be on Federation A next time. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I will see you later. Bye for now.